Hi guys, I just wanted to give you an update on my righteous fire with cast while channeling and body swap. So this is the way I like to run it. I'm just gonna show you the different options you have. So let me just show you what I'm doing first of all. So this is a chieftain, and the thing is, since I have 1% of the fire damage leech, that's a good defensive. If you want, as a result, I'm running basically incinerate with body swap on cast while channeling and fire penetration. Okay, so the reason I'm running it this way is like both incinerate and body swap does fire damage and they heal me, and they do a decent amount of damage. Incinerate on max level does around 100k damage, body swap does around 80k 90k damage, so it's around 200k just comes from these two with the ignite that they do. And then my righteous fire with awakened increase, like I have like 2 awaken now and 1 efficacy, and then I have like 2 supports on my helm, so it's basically a 6 link. So that does around 500k per second, which is not much, but still it's good. So the way I'm running it, like I'm going all the way up to get the fire and life. I get element of overload, which my body swap and incinerate always triggers it, so I always have it on. I don't take E since I'm doing fire damage and I want to leech with fire damage, but a lot of people don't like that. They want to do it with EE. With EE you can do more damage, but it's a little bit less defensive. I can show you what are your options for EE. And like I basically went all the way up instead of like going through here, and I'm taking all the, so I took the last point of my ascendancy to get that war cries gives me endurance charges, and endurance charges give me enough resistances, so I don't have to basically max my resistances anymore. So this is not important, because if I do, the thing is like I war cry before the duration finishes. So if I do 1 war cry, I get to 5 until it comes off, and then before I start losing any war cry, I war cry again and I go up and my resistances are maxed basically.
I cannot do this yet.
See, I'm 79, like, and I can even go higher than that. So I can go up to 9. So you just have to hold your finger on W. So whenever it comes off, you just basically war cry, and you either walk or you do body swap incinerate, which I show you how it's gonna work. So I have to put a flame dash in, which I haven't yet, but I keep switching my items. So it's, I'll show you. So this is how it's gonna work. We basically jump between enemies. The damage is good, that's why I'm not running a map or anything to show you. I just show you how the play sign is basically. So anyway, so the idea is like I'm taking all this life, and now that because of this I'm spending mana when I channel, I don't need to take this on my amulet anymore. I don't care how much this is gonna cost me, because I regen life really fast. So I took this on my amulet, which is a little bit expensive. You need a gold oil, but golden oil, but it's still worth it. And then I just went and took all of the endurance node, and endurance node here, and endurance node. And this one, the good thing is it gives me basically, this gives me duration, which I don't care. This one gives me life, so I have 9. So this gives me 1.8 regen. This gives me 28 more area, increased area, sorry, not more. And this one gives me 76, 72, sorry, more damage, 9 times 72. So this is very good. So because I wanted to take those, I basically got off here, since this is more DPS and endurance charges. And then I'm taking life, jewels, and like these are like these are the points that I can take. These are like 5%. I have a bunch of 5% here to take, and then I don't know what to do. So I didn't even need these because of the region of the endurance chart, so I just got rid of these. I got rid of like a lot of regions that I had which I don't need anymore. So that's one way to run it. Another way to run it is basically, instead of doing incinerate, body swap, which forget about that link, you do lightning tendril, lightning warp, lightning tendril. Oh no, you have to switch this one out, and lesser duration. And what this does, and with this, since now you're doing lightning damage, you can take basically EE and you do a lot more damage, and you always enable E. But the problem with this is like, this is like crazy. It gives me a headache playing this. Like, you jump around so fast, it's so hard to control where you're going, and it's almost instant. Like, you. So if I just took cast while channeling out to just show you how fast the teleport is, it's almost instant. And I'm not even maxed desert duration and max lightning warp. And with the warp you can take the alternate quality that also increase. I have increased cast speed, which is not good, but there is another one that I think it lowers the duration, which makes it be a little bit faster. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do this, if you don't like this kind of like jumping around, you can do it with this glove. This glove. And you put your curse here. So basically you're doing cyclone. You get 45, which is a good defense. And you do your curse here, and then you can run malevolence as your aura, which does a decent amount of damage. And basically you just do your cyclone, curse, get your 45, and deal damage. So with this way, I just use that weapon. I just wanted to know if I can sustain the fire damage, which I can. But with this cyclone, you can just use any weapon other than this, that you have, and you can have like, you can run E basically. You can have some flat, I don't know, cold or lightning damage on it, not on the spell, on the weapon, and then that also applies E. So that's a very good offensive and defensive version of like running it. But my favorite is with the incinerate, because it heals me really fast. And so this goes there, flammability goes back in, and cast while channeling goes in here. Alright. This is my favorite way to run it. It's controllable where you're jumping, basically it just targets where your cursor is. And it prioritizes corpse, but if you where you're pointing, if there's no corpse, it jumps on the body, so you're always on the enemy. With the lightning warp, you just go wherever you point, and sometimes you can't even see where the enemies are, and it becomes really chaotic. But it's fun. It's fun. This is the best version I could, the version that I like more. Basically pure fire. Everything you do is fire damage. And so the only thing that's left to do is, oh, and the good thing with going endurance charges is you can basically run immortal call, and you don't need increased duration anymore, since you have so many endurance charges. And you can put flame dash there. So you do it like this. Now I have to unlink it so it doesn't trigger with flame dash. Perfect. So you do it like this, and you take flame dash. Where is it? Come on. And you put flame dash here. So now you have flame dash, you have your RF, you can do your curse as an aura, and you get your endurance charges by just holding W and jumping around like this. Anyway, I hope you guys like it. It's pretty easy. I can do basically all content. With the bosses, depending on what boss you're doing, some bosses that have area damage, they, I don't know, do a shitload of damage on one area. You don't want to jump on top of the boss, you just want to basically dodge it. So you have to know the boss fight. Sometimes like jumping on the head of the boss makes the boss miss everything and you just kill it really fast. Sometimes if the boss has like area damage while you're jumping on it, it would just one-shot you with the jump, with whatever they can. So you have to know the boss fights. If you know the bosses and you don't have problem with the bosses, this is also a good boss killer, because you have 500 RF, which is not that bad for killing the bosses. It's not the best boss killer, but it's like you can do basically all content. Anyway, I hope you guys like it.